Hello, this is Mark Kiernan from Tech for Anyone, and today I'm going to be talking about Windows 10 Start menu and specifically the live tile system that was introduced. Now, the tiles are not new. They were originally generated with the start screen from Windows 8.1, but many people didn't like the operating system, and so Microsoft decided to listen to their customers and bring back a traditional start menu. But when they did, they also brought the tile system from Windows 8.1 into it. Now, the tile system essentially adds an additional section to your start menu that has applications in it. These applications can either be standard program icons or they can be the live tiles. The live tiles are the new interactive tiles. They bring information from the web and present it to the user so that they can see it and use it right there. So for instance here we have news, which is pulling up some headlines, and we have weather that's pulling local weather as well. Now, in order for the live tiles to work, they pull information off the internet, which takes up your data. And if you have limited data bandwidth, you may not want them. Or you just may find that these tiles are distracting with the constant shifting of the images on them. Now, it's really easy to turn these live tile functions off. All you have to do is you right-click on the tile that you want to turn off and say Turn Live Tile Off. This converts it to a standard tile with just an application icon. So if you want to still see the news, all you have to do is double-click the icon and it'll bring up the news application. Now, if you want to then later turn them back on, you can. All you have to do is right-click on it again and say Turn Live Tile On. So that's the basics of what the live tiles are. Now, the tiles are available in different sizes, as you can see. The standard default is a medium-sized tile like this one here. The other sizes are large, which is essentially 4 times the standard medium, wide, which is double the width, and then there's also small. Now, any tile can be resized. So let's say we don't want the news to be so big. All we have to do is right-click on it, go to the Resize menu, and select which size we want. In this case, let's say small. Small is 1/4 the size of a standard medium tile, but as you can see, it's so small that the live tile information doesn't display anymore. So for live tiles, small is generally just a standard tile. Now, you can pick any size you want from them for the live tiles. For the standard program tiles, you'll notice that the resize menu only has small or medium. This is because them being larger than medium is really not that effective, since it's essentially just an icon to launch the program. So that's a bit about resizing them. But what about rearranging them? This can be done simply by just taking one and dragging it. So let's say we would rather have the weather up top. All we have to do is click and drag it to the top location, and it shifts all of them down. You notice here, though, that sometimes it doesn't always shift them down. Maybe I wanted these to go down there. Well, now I have to manually rearrange it to get it back to the way I want it. So there's how to rearrange them. But you can also group icons together. So let's say we wanted to create a productivity one, where I have my web browsers and my mail. So let's take an icon such as Google Chrome here, and we're going to drag it down, and we're going to keep going down, and then you'll notice there's a little bar here. Unselect it, and it'll drop it into a new location. As you see here, it now says Name Group. This is now effectively a different group from that one. And what I can do is click in there and then type a name for the group. So I can say Productivity. And that name will be there. And I can drag additional applications down there as I want. Now, there's limited space on how many tiles will be shown when you have them here. So as you can see, now that there are some that fall below the fold, I can scroll up and down. But what if you don't really want to scroll? Well, you can resize the tile area as well. Simply move to the edge here, click on it when it has the little arrow, and drag out. Now you can see I have my productivity group here and my original group over here. And if I want to resize it down, I can slide it off as well. What about adding tiles though here? Because you notice that there are tiles there, but say I want to add the calculator application. It's not in here. Well, there are two ways to do that. The first way is you go down to the Start menu, All Applications. This lists all the programs in your computer. Then you just simply scroll through, find the icon for the program, right-click it, and say Pin to Start. And that'll automatically add it to your tile area. The other way you can do that is through the search. So say you can't find a program in here, or you just don't want to scroll through it all. Let's add the calendar. So we'll go down to Search, and we'll type Calendar. Once the list comes up, and you see the program, you can right-click it again, say Pin to Start, and it'll automatically pin it. And we go back to the Start menu, and you'll see now it's in the tile area. Removing applications is just as easy. You select the icon, say Calendar, right-click it, and say Unpin from Start, and it'll remove it from the tile area. And that's how you can add or remove. Well, some people don't like the tile area at all, and so they would like to get rid of it. Now, you would think you could just slide it down, but it actually doesn't. Instead, the way to do this is you have to remove or unpin every application in your tile area, and once you've unpinned them, then you can actually remove the area. It takes a while because you have to do them all manually. There's no way to select multiple tiles from being removed. Once they're all removed, simply click back on that area, and you can drag it back down, and now you have a Start menu that looks much more like Windows 7. Well, I hope this video was helpful in explaining some of the Windows 10 tiles information and how to create tiles, remove tiles, and arrange them as you need. For more information about technology and tutorials, please visit Tech for Anyone. Thank you.